Facebook. Oh my God, my dog, y'all. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Hi, you guys. Hi, Facebook. Dude. Oh my goodness. Okay. Hi, Facebook. Okay, let's see. So we're going to TikTok. I'm about to get on TikTok. How have you guys been? I hope everybody been doing good. Let's see. We're about to go live. Tonight we are talking about Call Me Mrs. Taylor. And this was suggested by one of our fellow podcasters. Book club members. Oh, this is cute. Hold on, y'all. Let's clean this off. So how's everybody been? How have we been? How have we been? How have we been? Oh no. I'm trying to go live. Ciao. This works. That's cool. I don't know about that. Hold on, y'all. Perfect. Call Me Mrs. Taylor by Shae Sanders. I said this on the page that I got a filter on Instagram, and it is so cute. I need to do my makeup like this. How y'all been doing? I've been good. Real good. Chilling. What y'all reading? Virtual idol. Okay, got it. Okay, there we go. What y'all reading? Hi, TikTok. How y'all doing? Hi, Facebook. How y'all doing? So, tonight we are talking about Call Me Mrs. Taylor. This is a dark romance. I'm usually not a dark romance girly, but anything by Shae Sanders and you can count me in. Okay? So, it's a dark romance. And I read book 1 and 2. Tonight we are only talking about book 1. I think at the end, because I don't plan to talk about book 2, unless y'all say y'all want me to. So let me know. I know Erin wanted to discuss this. There she go. Hey girl. So tell me if you want to talk about book 2. I really don't have to, but if y'all want to, we can get into it. Erin also was the one who suggested that we talk about this book, which I was already reading it and was like, this is good, but she was like, yes, this will make for a good discussion, so thank you, ma'am. I love you. So let's get into it. Okay. So I had an intro. Hold on, y'all, let me get my note. I got some notes. Oh, she on TikTok too. Go, Erin. Hey, Jennifer. Hey, Jennifer. Hey, Jennifer. What's up, girl? Tell me what y'all reading. What are you guys reading right now? I'm not in a book slump. What's up? Shakira? I'm not in a book slump, but I'm not like reading the best books ever. Okay, so tell me what y'all reading. Tell me what books you guys are looking forward to. Nina finna come out with a book soon. I hope that she put it on Kindle and it's not just paperback. If she do, that's her big book business, and I'm gonna support it either way. But Nina's coming out with a book. I got an email from Ray Lease. She did her um cover reveal. So that's gonna be coming soon. I didn't get no text. You about to get it. It's 7:32. I moved the time up for the text message just for you. I used to send it at 7:35. Now today I sent it at 7:33. So you finna get a text message any minute now. So I said they didn't get the text message saying that the podcast is live. Anywho, so I have missed you guys, but I have enjoyed having time to just be. That is my word for 2026. I didn't have one till just now, but that is my word. Just be. Okay, so I have just been basking, enjoying my children, and enjoying life. And I thank you guys for allowing me that. Thank you to everybody who's still been sending me messages. Somebody sent me a message the other day and said that this podcast gets them through their 11-hour shifts. I think she said either 11 or 12-hour shift. So I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for letting me know. So anyway, okay, so we have to get into this. Tonight we are talking about Call Me Mrs. Taylor by Shae Sanders. I'm Shaquana, and I am your host of the Black Girl Book Club podcast. The Black Girl Book Club podcast. The Black Girl Book Club podcast. Hey. Okay, y'all. So the book starts off with this young lady at a restaurant, okay? And she mentions while she's sitting at this table at this restaurant that she is waiting for Ace. So when I read this the first time, I'm thinking Ace is a friend. I'm thinking Ace is her lover. I'm thinking that Ace is someone that she knows, okay? Which I guess she do know him. So, but Ace is someone that she is stalking. Remember, this is a dark romance. So she's stalking Ace, okay? She's there waiting for Ace to show up for lunch. I think it was lunch. I don't think it was dinner because he was with his coworkers. For lunch, like he does every week on this day and time, he comes to this restaurant, right? Somebody is trying to be a co-host. I have no idea who that is. Girl, let me know what you need to be a co-host for. She been stalking him for a while too. Right. So she knows that he comes to this restaurant every week, same time, all of that. So she's waiting on him to come so that she can stalk him. Okay? But when she's talking about him, y'all know how they be saying on TikTok or Instagram, like, this is my first impression. Mind you, this is my first impression of you. This is our first impression of her, okay? So she talking about him like he's her man. She's talking about him like this is her lover, okay? And so you reading it. So she come out with the crazy early, okay? The crazy is on the line from page 3 or 4. So she waiting on him. He coming to eat, and she's watching him while he's eating, and he's talking to his friends once he gets there, because she's like, he's late today, he's usually on time. Girl, what? So once he gets there, he sit down, he's talking to his friends and stuff. He like, you know, this lady over here, she fine as hell, and she looked familiar. She looking familiar to me, right? So in his mind, he like, she looks so familiar, but I don't know where I know her from, right? So, but he was like, she fine as hell. Like, he like, you can see it from the back. I mean, from the front. You can see it from the front, meaning her ass. Like, he knows she's thick with it, okay? Ace is an attractive man, right? A successful man, probably, who usually gets who he wants, what he wants, okay? So he usually get what he wants. So he looking at her like, it look like something I might want to get into. His friend, like, the friend is white. And he's saying all kind of corny shit. I can't even tell y'all what he was saying, but he was saying all kind of corny shit. So, oh, he's like, I'm supposed to go get on her. Basically, is what he said. So he goes to get on Raina. What is her name? Raya. He goes to get on Raya, right? So he go up to her. Mind you, Raya was crazy. She was. But I liked her style. I don't know. Call me a little bit off too, but I liked Raya's style. Okay, I liked her style. So he go over. He like, I'm about to get up. I don't know, whatever. So he go over there. He talked to her. I loved the way she spoke. It was very powerful. Sorry, y'all, on TikTok. It was very powerful, but my phone is not glitching on TikTok, by the way. It's just it keep reconnecting to the charger. But the way she spoke was a subtle power, or I don't even think it was a subtle power. It was it was kind of like her power was underneath. Like, you couldn't really tell, but it was powerful. So I fuck with Raya. I don't know about the stalking. I don't know if I was feeling about that, but I kind of liked her style of going. She was stalking her prey, is what she was doing. Oh, my phone just went dead on TikTok, y'all. But she was stalking her prey, and so she got with him. I mean, he came. He talked to her. And immediately she's like, if I give you my number, I'm thinking about myself, y'all. He was like, can I have your number? She was like, only if you're going to call me tonight. Like, stuff like that. Like, it wasn't like, you can get my number. You can just get my number. She was like, I'll give you my number, but only if you gonna call me tonight, because I ain't got no fucking time to waste. We gotta hurry this up, okay? I don't have time to play around with you, or you gonna call me tonight, or you can't have my number. That even sound crazy. But, you know, men, he discombobulated. He ain't tripping off of it. She fine. She got a fat ass. Listen, I'm gonna call you tonight. Whatever you want me to do, that's what I'm doing, okay? So, she give him the number. And he does not call her that night. Okay? He doesn't call her. But she's sitting at home. She's waiting for his call. Okay? She already has his number and his number saved in her phone. So she's waiting for his name to pop up in her phone when he calls. Okay? So, but he never called. Right? So, but she says, she ain't tripping. She ain't even tripping out the fact he ain't called. She just got to apply a little bit more pressure. The way she talked about men was like they were dumb, and as women, we have to control them, and we don't use our powers for good. We don't use our womanly power the way that we should over men. Okay? And so she like, you know, he didn't call me, no big deal. I just gotta train him up, basically, is what she said. So that was their first forced encounter was at the restaurant. So she's putting herself, this just came to me. She didn't necessarily go after him, right? And say, hey, I want to talk to you. It's been a lot of talk on social media about women being kind of thirsty. So she didn't want to come off as thirsty. She wanted him to feel like he courted her or he wanted her. But she put herself in position. Hold on. Excuse me. She put herself in position so that he could get her. Right? So she was in control of the situation the entire time. But the way that she thought about men and the way that she talked in the book was like, we have to train them. Like, they're not going to get this on their own. So I have to put myself in a position to make him want me, right? So when he didn't call her that night, she was like, okay, he didn't call me tonight. I just got to put myself in a better position, right? So their second forced encounter is at a farmer's market that him and his sister go to, right? So he hanging out. He didn't call her that night. He's hanging out with his sister at the farmer's market because that's her thing, and he's supporting her in that. And he goes and he sees her again, and he's like, funny, I see you here. Now, the first time he saw her was at the restaurant. She looked familiar. She looked like he had seen her before. Okay? The second time was at the farmer's market, and now he knows he has seen her before. At what point do you say she might be stalking me? Do y'all think that he should have caught on to her being everywhere that he was? Do y'all think he should have caught on to that? Huh? Because especially today, maybe not some years ago, but in 2020, whatever this was, motherfuckers is crazy. And they have access to social media and all this. They can reach out and touch you if they want to. Okay? And so, should he have caught on to the fact that she was trying to get with him? Or that she was stalking him? Right? So he sees her at this farmer's market. He sees her again, and he is like, damn, she fine. You know, like, she looking good. And he always described what she had on. So, from his point of view, she just looked good. From her point of view, everything that she does is strategic. The clothes she wears, the way that she moves, the way that she talks, the things that she do, all of these things are mating calls. That just came to me too, y'all. All of these things are mating calls, which brings me to the question: are we doing this all wrong? Okay, ladies, are we doing this wrong, or are some of you doing it right? Let me know. Okay, are you putting yourself in a position to be chose? So she's doing these mating calls with him, right? From the things that she puts on, the way she dresses, you know, all of this, right? So she doing her mating dance, and he taking the bait. Okay, so he walk over to her. He like, "What's up?" And she playing it cool, like, don't I know, like, kind of, don't I know you from somewhere? Hey, what's up? You know, whatever. But she ain't tripping. And he thinking to himself, damn, she don't even remember me. But she's so fine. I know she be getting hit on every day. So why would she remember me, right? So she is totally playing him. Okay? So he like, I'm sorry I didn't call you the other night. Or no, she says, this was another thing I liked about her. She beat around the bush, but she didn't beat around the bush. She did not play no games. She was like, you was supposed to call me the other night. And he was like, I got busy. Da, 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 da. I was building a bridge or something like that. And she was like, I don't know, but what you was doing? You didn't call me like you said you was going to call me, so your word ain't worth shit right now. So she was, I don't want to say she was passive. She was very straightforward, like the crazy person that she was. But I don't know. She was controlling. She was controlling and manipulative. Those are two words to explain her to a T. She was controlling and she was manipulative, and she did it well. So he like, let me make it up to you. No. She was like, somehow she was like, you can take me on a date tomorrow. Okay, remember, with the whole phone number thing, you got to call me tonight. So now he want to make it up to her. You can take me out tomorrow. I don't have no time to wait, baby. We trying to get this done. She's trying to get down the altar with Ace, basically. Basically. She's trying to get down the altar quick, fast, and in a fucking hurry. Okay? So we need to go on a date tomorrow so we can be married by Friday. Because remember, she's been stalking him for years. Did it say why she even started stalking him? I know she has ties to his sisters and his sister and stuff like that. But why him? Why did she pick him? I can't remember. If y'all know, put it in the comments. So she like, you could take me out tomorrow. And he was like, well, where you want to go? She was like, you need to figure that out. I'm just I'm just taking you to the water, baby. I can't make you drink it. So he picked a place. So it was like, okay, we're gonna go on a date here. So they met at this restaurant. So this is their first date, which she been dating him in her head for a long time now. But this is their first official date, and they go out to eat. And like I said, she's slick, but she's straightforward. And she says some things to him at this date, sexual, mind fucking him. You got to read the book if you want to know exactly what she said, because I'm not going to say it right. I'm not going to be able to say it verbatim. But the stuff that she would say was fucking him up. The stuff that she would say was like I said, mind fucking him. So he in it. He in it. He is in it. Just by like her swag, her flow, how she do things. He like, it's something about her, right? So even though they're having these forced encounters, do you think that Raya was doing the right things? Because everything she was doing got her what she wanted. Because like they did move fast, even from meeting his family and everything. And he hardly ever did anything like that. Of course, they don't ever take nobody to meet their family because they don't give a fuck about nobody, right? So let me check these comments real quick. She found him on his sister's page, got fixated, but why not him? He fine and wealthy. Okay. Did they live in a small town? Did they live in a small town, y'all? I can't remember that either. But yes, okay, so boom. Everything she doing is working, baby. She got this stuff down to a T. But there's some tragedy, I think, in her story that gives her these powers, okay? So Shae Sanders doesn't come out and say it in the book, but she insinuates very strongly that Raya was molested by her father. Okay? She doesn't give graphic details or tell us exactly what happened, but you can tell that something happened with Raya and her daddy. It was inappropriate. It was wrong. And he is paying for it. Atlanta. Yeah. Shae is one of those authors that writes about, I think, where she's from. So, yes, Atlanta, because they talk about Decatur. And, yeah, you're right, Celeste. So, this dad. So, she lives with her dad, probably in the house that she grew up in. The dad is an invalid, meaning he cannot do anything for himself. But he did feed himself, but he can't do much for himself. And I think that is at her doing. I think she made him that way somehow for what he did to her. I think she did something to make him the way that he was, where he couldn't do. He was just in a chair. He couldn't talk. He couldn't really move, or anything like that. Like, he was literally being tortured by her on a regular basis. Okay? And so, you got this daddy. And so I think because of what happened with her dad, it made her have these special powers with men, which is sad and unfortunate, right? And it was like, but in the other sense, it's like she turned that into something that she could use, even though it was really tragic, right? So go her. So she playing him like a goddamn piano, and he is falling in line every step of the way. So they meet at this restaurant. She talking that good shit to him. She talking that talk. She talking to him nicely. And he is eating it up, baby. So hook, line, and sinker. She got him. So they go on this date. Um, she talking about sucking and fucking and all that or whatever. So then they leave the date. She goes to her place. He goes to his, right? So then the next time they meet after that, because they keep like having these encounters, but the next time I remember in my head them meeting was at his place. Twins, quiet down. Close my door for me. The next time that they meet is at his place, right? And she goes to his place. Does he cook dinner for her? Or does she cook dinner for him? I know she at his house. So we got her, we got him. She ain't met his people yet. We got the daddy and we got the auntie, but we ain't gonna bring Tori into this just yet. So she goes to his place, and this is where the first rumble in the jungle happened. Okay? And it was crazy. And the way that she thinks is so wild. But I don't think that, I think that women, she came to his job. Oh, yes. And he was mad because he was like, now he's starting to catch on, like, you stalking me. Because she rode past the job or something, and he ended up coming out like, what are you doing here? And she was like, oh, I was just riding by. He was like, no, you wasn't just riding by. You got some shit with you. So, but she done got in his mind. She done got in his head so good that even though he knows she probably crazy, oh, he ghosted her again. She didn't have sex with him, so he was okay, so let's come on, get us back. So she messed with his mind so good, he be going against his better judgment to fuck with her. Because for her to be riding by his place of employment, I put that in quotation marks, he knows she ain't just rolled past. So she came to the job. She's sitting there, and they talking, and she crossed her legs, and he talking about how. I found a word for Shae Sanders' sex in her books, all of them, even though they're all different facets and they talk about different storylines and all of that. Her sex is so raw to me. And you may disagree, but it's just a very raw, not forced, not trying to paint a picture that it's not, or it just be so raw. And like the things that comes out of these people's mouths in the books that she writes is chef's kiss. There's no other word for it. So she at the office, he talking about how her pussy so close to him, all she got to do is open her legs and he'll be right there. But he trying to refrain because he knows she off. He knows she a little crazy. So they have this conversation at the office, and that kind of because he wanted to have sex with her the night they went out to dinner. She wasn't having it. He kind of didn't do what he was supposed to do. So he kind of ghosted her for that. And so, and she said that to him, like, I didn't fuck you, so now you're not talking to me. Or whatever, and that made him think like, yeah, maybe I am being a little childish. So they have the conversation at the office, and then she goes to his place shortly after that, right? And he has like a bad day at work on this day, and she says in her mind, like, I'm finna have to suck his dick. Because he had a bad day. She was on her shit. She was on her shit. She was like, this is my man, even though he don't know he her man yet. I gotta make him feel better. I was like, oh my God. But it was a raw emotion. It was a crazy emotion, but it was a raw emotion that she said. And she did exactly that, baby. Sucked his soul out his body. So she had already been mind fucking him. And now she didn't get him. She didn't really get him, baby. He about to listen, right? So she done took him into her mouth, like I said, and sucked his soul out. Okay? Like, but that was it. They didn't have sex that night. Am I right? So he got what she wanted, what he wanted. She went home. Normally, a woman would have been like, "Oh, you owe me something in return, and I gotta spend the night." Yada yada yada. He was like, she went home. I'm not that type of girl. Yeah, I suck your dick, but I'm going home. Oh, whatever. So again, she playing this game. So she's playing with his mind, cause now he like, why she ain't want to fuck? Why she ain't stay? You know, or whatever. So she goes home, and now they're not dating, but he on her radar. He on her bumper, right? So then the next big moment, because y'all know we're gonna be having a whole bunch of time, was when he sends her a message. Now this I did not like about Ace, because I thought he could have done this better, but I guess he was probably trying to show her like, you ain't got me, but she already knew she had him. So he sends her a text message. Oh, this one she talked to her auntie Tori. So when she talking to her auntie Tori, some of the mystery in the book is about this daddy and what's going on with the daddy. They never come. I don't think they ever really came out and said it, even in book 2. I don't know, but she's talking to her aunt Tori. I love Aunt Tori. Love them and leave them. They keep coming back. Okay, Celeste got some experience. I did want to ask y'all that. How many women know about the art of, I want to say seduction, but it's really manipulation. It's really manipulation. So how many of us know about this special superpower that we all probably have? So she has an Aunt Tori. She talks to her aunt. Her aunt is the closest person to her. She never had friends growing up. I'm talking about Raya. She never had friends growing up. I feel like she was bullied in school, and she didn't have friends. She didn't really know how to make friends, really, right? It's probably, again, has to do with what happened with his dad. So her Aunt Tori is like, it's dark feminine energy. Okay, school us, let us know. So her Aunt Tori is like the closest person to her. They're only 10 years apart, right? And from what I gather from their conversations is her dad did the same thing to his little sister that he did to Raya. She different and ugly duck. No, she wasn't ugly. She was cute. Jennifer be correct. She said she don't have it working out by it. You got it, girl. You born with it. I'm telling you. You born with it. You just ain't stepping into it. You ain't using it. So I'm assuming that the dad did the same thing to the aunt, who's 10 years older than her, because they have, and I think they bonded over it, her and her aunt. They have more of like a sisterly bond. The auntie be telling her, about her, dating life, sexual encounters, whatever. But the aunt is the only person that she feel like fully, truly loved her. So she has a special place in her heart for her aunt. The aunt is kind of like a wanderer. The aunt is a wanderer. She gets around, basically. She bisexual. She mess with men and women and all that. So, but I like Auntie because she know her niece and she play her niece the way she need to play. Well, she don't be playing her, but she's there for her the way she need to be there for her. Something going on with my phone, yeah. So the auntie. So then they have this encounter at his house where she suck him off. No, I must have skipped that line. Jennifer, I promise you got it. Okay, and so then After she have do that with him, then she go to the office, and then they kind of like men thing. So then the next thing after that, found her man because the sister was found her skin and makeup on her live. She went to he sent her a message, and he was like, hey, my family is having a thing for Labor Day or whatever. You want to come through, or you can slide through, or you can come back. Like I said, I didn't like the way he did that. I felt like it didn't give him, like, I'm thinking he like, but he is insecure because of his parents, and we gonna get into that in a minute. So he like, you want to slide through, basically. And she was like, of course, I'll be there. She didn't trip with him, like, that ain't how you ask me, because he sent her a text message. She didn't trip. She just want to make his life easier, but the way she want to make it easier. So she is going to meet his parents, basically. Okay? And this is a big part of the book because a lot comes from this meeting of the parents. So she goes to meet his parents. They're having an event. His mama, these parents will really fuck these people up, child. She got daddy issues, possibly sexually abused. Her mama was a homemaker slash runaway wife. Her mama then ran off somewhere and got a new family, child. And then he and his father don't get along, and his mother belittles him. And so he got mommy and daddy issues. So, child, they finna bond over that too. So she comes to the family dinner, and the family dynamic is his mother and father are married. The daddy has a wandering eye, but he probably done cheated. I was gonna say I don't think he cheated, but he probably have. And then he has two sisters, right? The mom is holding on to a grudge with him because he didn't go to a HBCU. His family are assholes. What did she call them? Some type of fish in the sea. But she was like, I got something for their ass. I already sucked his soul out his body. So I ain't this family. But usually she's very confident when he sees her. She's very well put together. But when she comes to visit with his family, she has a little bit of an air of insecurity about her. Okay? And so she comes to the party. He's like, she ain't looking like herself. She look a little bit insecure. Come to find out, she went to school with the sister Cameron. And the sister was a bitch towards her. Arcas is what she called them. The sister was a bitch towards her. And Celeste just reminded me, that's how she found Ace. Because she does these TikTok lives. She get on live and she talk about men while she doing her makeup. Be saying some crazy shit. Which people on TikTok do be saying some crazy shit. But she was on live doing her makeup. She had some skin issues or whatever. And his sister, the one that she used to go to school with, got on her live and was like mocking her. And so what she did in turn was went on her page and started, researching her stuff up. And that's how she saw the brother. And she was like, but what I was thinking was, do you think that she chose him partly because of the rivalry with his sister, or the sister tripping with her? Presents herself as a sexually confident woman. She's not confident or put together. She just presents herself as the sexy, confident woman. Okay. I don't know. You gotta have some confidence to do the type of shit that she did. She's fixated. And so, do you think that she chose him kind of to get back at the sister? Because that's what happened in the end. It was like she had one up on the sister when she got that brother. Because the sister and Ace were close. He said they were like twins. So if I get him, I got her. Basically, is what she was saying. So she goes to the home. That's his family dynamic. the mama be tripping with him. She always got some slick shit to say or whatever. And Raya is not having that. She was like, "You will not talk to my man crazy, even though that's your son. You will not be talking to my man crazy." But the mama crazy or Raya crazy. So she gets to the family thing. Everybody looking at her crazy because he don't bring a lot of women around. I believe that the women are somewhat territorial because it's the mama and the sisters. Him and his sisters close. Even though the mama got a bone to pick with him, that's still her son. Right? I do not understand why women do this. I will never get it in my life. Baby, if you care about your loved one that's a man, I'm not saying you gotta kiss nobody ass, but making her your enemy is not the move. Unless she done like really did something to you, which she hadn't at this point. Okay? She hadn't at this point. So the mom begins to question her. She started lying. I don't even think she cared to lie. I think that because she felt like they were being a bitch to her, that she was gonna be a bitch right back. Cause like the mama was asking her, I think Ace distracted her from getting revenge, and her focus changed. So she became the woman she felt he would want those 2 years. Okay. Oh, she stalked him for 2 years before she actually got him. Child, that's a long time. But I can see it. It's just a lot of people out here with some issues, baby. Because I've been watching some crime stuff, and I can see that happening in real life. But anyway, so the mom was tripping with her, like, asking her about her background and her family and where she worked. And, she just lying. She lied about everything. Her parents, she said her parents were still together. They had been together for 30-some years. She was a teacher, but really she worked at a daycare or something. She was saying she got her degree from some prestigious school, but she didn't even have her GED. She was just lying about everything. Y'all not finna have me sitting up here looking crazy, right? So it's like this battle between the mom, the sisters, her, and Ace is kind of stuck in the middle. The mama did some shit at this table that made her want to stab this lady because he said, he announced at this dinner that he is the lead engineer on this bridge project. I don't think she wanted to impress them, Celeste. I think she was just like, next question. Yes, my family have been together for my mother and father have been together for 36 years. Yes, we are very close. Yes, I graduated from Howard. Yes, I think it was like that. I don't think she wanted to impress them. But I might be wrong. So anyway, the mama made a comment about him getting the lead engineer project, and that made her hate the mama even more. At this point, she got a real bone to pick with the mama because she's like, you will not be talking crazy to my man. You will not be putting him down at this table, okay? So after the dinner, when did they start hunching for real? She sucked him off when she went to his house. But the first time they had sex, I mean, like, oh my God, these sex scenes, they just be so raw, y'all. They be so raw. But my favorite part of the book is 18. I gotta talk about this. Okay, so they start having sex. They kind of in a relationship, but not really, right? In her mind, they're already married, big house. Now, she don't want no kids. She don't like kids. She thinks she don't. She don't want no kids. She don't like kids. And all that. So she on birth control. They humping, hunching. He busting nuts all up in her. It's a love mess. She got him at this point, basically. So his sister Cameron, that she used to go to school with, ends up spilling the tea on her and saying she did not graduate from Howard, because I think the mama and the sister, somebody went to Howard, so they know she didn't go there. They maybe know her parents not together, so they telling him this bitch is crazy and she lied about everything, basically. And so that began like a crack in their relationship. Oh, also at the dinner that he for Labor Day that he invited her to via text, the daddy was I fucking her. So she made a mental note of, yeah, this daddy want me, and if I ever gotta use him for something, I am. Okay? So the sister spilled the tea on her, how she don't didn't graduate from this college, didn't do all this stuff. And so that's when he knew she was crazy from when she was passing by his job, but he really knew she was crazy after he found out all this information. So then he was like, okay, Spellman, they saw the crazy shit she says online. Okay, yeah. The sister went to her Instagram page, was like, do you really want to mess with her? You don't even know her. Look at this crazy shit. So after that, the sister told him, so then that's when he was like, yeah, I need to be cool on her. But when she put that Badu on him, she put that voodoo on him, baby, that snapper, he couldn't think straight after that, right? So he broke up with her or whatever, right? And she had him come to her house after he caught himself being mad at her. And she played with herself with toys while he watched through the window. Okay? Again, think of the raw shit you could ever think of. And I mean, she explains it. She goes into detail on what she did, what he did, how he was standing out the window looking like a peeping Tom holding his dick in his hands. And it was just a hot, steamy mess, okay, in this book. If you want to read some good raw shit, you want to read Shae Sanders. So this was her kind of getting him back into again, but she didn't invite him in. Oh, they had their weekend trip. The weekend trip was after this though. Yeah, because he dumped off a line. The weekend trip was after this though, but she was like, I think we need to talk and go on a trip together. She really had his mind fucked up because I'm not going nowhere with your crazy ass. Yes, Woo Child is right. So she did all this. So she didn't sex herself in this window. He's standing outside, and she called him, and she was like, "It's a man outside my door, and he a creep. He looking at me." Child, no. Oh no, it didn't happen. The weekend trip happened before. Oh, okay. So let's say it happened before. So listen, y'all, it was super steamy. I gotta read it, but that wasn't the best one. That wasn't me. I ain't even got to the best one yet. So they made back up at the weekend trip, right? Didn't they make back up as it because she told him about the daddy. She told him about all that. That's why I feel like it was after. So they get back together. So then what else did she do where he like really broke up with her? He was like, I can't do this with you. I'm not finna, keep doing all this crazy shit with you. She set the sister car on fire. Oh my God. I laughed so hard. That was so funny to me. Now, she tells this story about since she didn't have no friends in school, she became a skateboarder because she was cool with the outliers, the people who wasn't the grunge kids. I'm gonna say that. So like the skateboarders, the people with the long hair. They didn't get along with nobody. She made cool with them because she couldn't make friends with other people. So she learned how to skateboard. To get back at this sister, she gets on a skateboard, put on a wig, and go and set this girl on fire. I'm like, yeah, she nuts for real. She's crazy for real. This is a different kind of crazy. Because why is you setting this girl car on fire? Why would you do that? But the crazy thing is the sister knew that it was her. The sister was like, I know this bitch did this shit. I know she did it. But again, his mind is warped. So he not believing the sister that she did it. He was like, the final straw was when he asked his homeboy about getting her a teaching job and they didn't find her license. She just be like, right? So he was like, I'm not fucking with you no more. The final straw was he was trying to get her a teacher job. So he was like, I'm not fucking with you no more. So he breaks up with her, right? And they have some words. They say some kind of mean things to each other and everything, right? So, but he can't get her off of his mind. He is fucked up. His dick is calling her. Everything is happening. He can't think straight. He can't talk to nobody. Nothing. Okay? So he breaks in this woman's house. Mind you, her daddy lived her, which the daddy can't do nothing but he breaking this woman's house. And when I tell y'all, he turned that fucking lady, I can't even say any which way but loose. But this was one of the best. I am so serious. I have read a lot of books. This was one of the best sex scenes I have ever read. Okay? It is like up there. So raw. The way he was talking to her, the way he was treating her, he was telling her she wasn't shit. He was telling her all she good for was fucking. And I mean, like, but he did not mean the things that he was saying. And you know that he didn't mean it because she got his mind all fucked up. Right? We're not going to talk about book 2, but the next best sex scene. I'm finna go off on the tangent real quick, y'all. The next best sex scene, he purposely gets her pregnant in book 2. He want a baby. He knows she don't want no kids. So he get her pregnant, and she is so mad because she did not want kids so bad that she kidnaps him and ties him up, y'all. But she was like, I gotta get you back, okay, for getting me pregnant on purpose. And she tells this man, and mind you, she got him tied up. She got him handcuffed or some shit. Lift his legs up so she could get in his butt. he was like, I am not doing that. And she was like, don't play. She was like, you purposely got me pregnant. I'm finna play your ass. Literally, those were the exact words that she used. Y'all gotta read book 2 because that was funny as hell. But back to this one. They really are. But yes, he was like, he knows she be lying. He knows she crazy. He know he didn't set this sister car on fire. But he still cannot, and he know she ain't no teacher. He still cannot stop messing with her. And he breaks in her house. I mean, yeah, it was so good. Like, just reading it. I don't know if it was because it was dark in my room or what, but I was like, oh my God, this is so good. He was turning her ass up, okay? And she was taking it. She was like, I don't care. So let's tell me when you get to that point so we can laugh together because it was funny as hell. But yes, raw. Shae writes raw sex scenes. He was cursing her ass out and telling, yeah, I was like, ooh, child, God, I see what you have done for others. No, I'm just playing. So anyway, so that's when he knew like she got me. I don't know if he consciously knew that, but subconsciously he was like, she got me because this is some crazy shit I'm doing. I don't want to have nothing to do with her. She's a liar. She's crazy. She a stalker. But I can't leave her alone. I can't leave her alone. Yeah, she keep calling me. Right? He can't leave her alone. So fast forward, he can't leave her alone. He can't let her go. He can't leave her alone. Okay, and so, okay. Also during this time, this is another big one. Also, because remember at the family dinner, the daddy was out fucking her. So when he broke up with her, she got to get him back because this is her soulmate. This is her man. There's nobody else in the world for her. She can't leave him alone. Right? So, Oh, that's when he realized he liked the dark shit. She then took him over to the other side. So, cause he broke up with her, she remembered what their daddy did. She already had plans for their daddy from jump. She goes, this was another one of my favorite scenes in the book when she went to go to daddy. The daddy owned a dealership. His mom and daddy got money. The daddy owned a dealership, so she goes to his dealership and they have this conversation about her car being broken. But when they are talking, you know that she is talking about her pussy. Okay? She's talking about her vagina. She was like, my car needs to be fixed. My car been acting up. Oh, he owned a Lexus dealership. And it was a good scene. It was just a very good, well written scene because the daddy fed completely into her hands, and she was like, "Can you come look at my car?" He was talking. Him and his daddy don't get along, so I don't know what the fuck the daddy was thinking, but he played right into it. She was like, "I need you to come look at my car." Meaning, I want you to come and fuck me. Did I read that wrong, y'all? Was I reading too much into that? She got my mind messed up too. But I'm thinking that's what that conversation was about. Okay? Daddy fell hook, line, and sinker, and did. Okay? She done got the daddy, the sister, mama, everybody. Baby, get away from her. Run in the opposite direction, please. Okay? He said, I'm surprised my son ain't handled that. He sure did. He sure did. I'm surprised my son ain't handled that. But like the conversation was like, it was good, y'all. It was so freaking good. Right? So boom. So they had that conversation. Girl, it's good. It's good. I will say about this book, it is a little slow. That's why I'm not a dark romance girly. Because those books, they have to set the tone for the darkness, for the, and it's you gotta be in a mood for it, or you gotta, but stick with it. It's good. If for nothing else, stick with it for that sex scene when he be cussing her ass out and telling her she ain't shit. Just read it for that. Just read it for that. Anyway, so she got the daddy all wrapped up in her stuff. So then her whole with his family, her whole thing is to turn him against them. Which she ain't gotta try too hard because he got an ain't shit family. I think everybody, his mom and daddy, but not his sisters. But it's, make him feel like I'm the only one that has your back. I'm the only one who really truly love you, right? And so with the daddy, she lures the daddy to her house, okay? Have the daddy come over there. Ace has access to her cameras. Am I tripping? Somehow he know that his daddy went over there. Somehow he know that his daddy went over to the house. No, she was staying with him. She was staying with him. That's how they ended up getting back together, because she had to come stay with him because something happened with her. What happened with her? She ended up having to come stay with him, and she's staying at his house. And she decided to have the daddy come to his house to look at her car. She did this bullshit in his house. Okay? So Ace has access to his cameras. He see his daddy come up there and go in there after they broke up. But what happened? Oh, she was sitting on that bridge. On the bridge that he was supposed to been fixing, talking about she was trying to hurt herself. So he went and got her and brought her back to his house. Again, I was like, Ace, what is you doing? Because hindsight is 2020. In my mind, like, why would you move her in? Because he can't stop fucking with her. He can't leave her alone. Okay? He can't leave her alone. So he done moved her into the house, but they not together. They not messing around. So the daddy come to his house. She get with the daddy, all this. She told him about her daddy. Oh, she told him about it. She told him about her daddy that night. I thought she had told him about the daddy at the when they went away. So his daddy come over there. She ends up telling him, your dad he was like, what was your daddy doing? What was my daddy doing here? She ends up telling him, your daddy tried to kiss me. So then he goes to the daddy, ready to kill the daddy. Like, why would you do that? Because he's feeling bad. Like, she's already been taken advantage of. You my fucking father. Why would you do that? Right? So now him and the daddy into it. So, oh gosh, y'all. People do this too. They will try to turn you against your family. Which I think she had issues. She was manipulative. She was crazy. But I think she really did love him. She was infatuated with him, fixated. But I think she fucked with him for real. Because she was like, these people not good for you. And I'm finna show you that. The daddy not good for you. The mama not good for you. The sister was good for him. But she had to set her car on fire. I don't know. That fucked me up. That was so funny to me on that skateboard. He saw the daddy on the camera checking himself out. Yes, baby. The daddy was like, yes, this is my time to shine. My son ain't taking care of that. I'm finna go and take care of it. Girl, daddy ain't shit. So, at the end, because we ain't got that much time, and I still got a lot of book left to talk about. End of the day, go after what you want in this life. Okay? You got to go after what you want fiercely, okay? Because at the end of the day, even though the daddy, she played a game with the daddy, she played a game with the mama, she said the sister called for her, he still wanted to motherfucking marry her and put a ring on her finger. And again, remember I tell y'all, she don't take it slow. She's very fast with it, baby. And she got that ring, and they went and got married like the next day. He was like, baby, ain't nobody giving it to me like she giving it to me. I'm about to wipe her up. Meet me at the altar. Okay? So he like, meet me at the altar. So they get married. But that's not even the craziest part. Okay? The craziest part is she asks him, now that she got the man that she wanted and the life that she wants, she asks him to kill her father. And this is when the book get real crazy, if it ain't got crazy enough. So he comes to kill her daddy. He took her to the White House, right? He took her to the White House in place of his mother, because he was supposed to have been taking his mother, but she pulled some slick shit on that too. Had words with his mama. He ended up dumping the mama. She was something else. She was something else, baby. The power of that B, you heard me? So, she asked him to kill her dad. She said, no, I don't have any of that. So she asked him to kill her daddy, baby, and what he do? He went over there, he killed that daddy, baby. But that ain't the crazy part. Remember, she lived with the daddy. So he came over there, he killed the daddy. And they had sex right next to the daddy body. I literally almost skipped past it. I could not turn away. It was like this, right? Oh no, girl, you is crazy. You just as sick as they ass. So, yes, she wanted to have sex basically on top of her father's dead body. And I guess that was her last fuck you to him, basically. So, after they kill the daddy is when they get married. She's moving in with him permanently. When they got married, none of his friends came. Which I kind of did not get this. I kind of got where the friends were coming from, but they was too angry. They was too angry. His friends did not come to his wedding. Only one of his friends came to the wedding, and he said that he did not want to like be his best man or nothing like that. He just wanted to come as a guest. Like, I don't really want no parts of this, but I'm gonna be there for you, bro. He had a hero complex, and he felt like he was saving her. One friend came to the wedding, not all of them, because he was like, fuck them. Did they end up coming as a surprise? So they end up getting married. The friends got a bone to pick with her. That comes back up in book 2. For lying and all that and causing rifts and stuff in his life. And then, how did it end? Let me make sure I ain't missed nothing. Yes, baby, because she was taking him through there, y'all. She was taking him through there. Met the parents where she called him Dusty. Why she called a princess and a frogman a Dusty ran through Prince? That was funny as hell. Why would she say that about the princess and the frogman? Tiana Man, she said her stuff was like a fairy tale, but not that Dusty ran through Prince. They came, but didn't stand. He was moving her out and found a skateboard in the burn book. Yes. So he's still finding out crazy stuff about her all the way to the end, baby. But he did not care. He was going to be with his woman. He was just as crazy as she is now. Real talk. And that comes up in book 2. But yes, they get married. Oh, but at the end of the book, he meets with her aunt. Okay, the aunt is a nurse. Remember Tori? That she's 10 years older than her. They bonded over the abuse of her dad and all that or whatever, right? He's meeting with the auntie to get the fake birth control pills. So this tells you that the auntie is just as crazy as she is. Now she cussed out Meghan Markle. That was real crazy too. She kept talking about a bad bitch. So he meets with the auntie because now he want a baby. He know that she don't want a baby. And so he is finna get ready. So now she done turned him all the way out. She done turned him out, child. She done turned them out. So now he crazy too. And he meeting with this auntie to get some, why did he have the antidote to the problem? He get some fake birth control pills because now he finna get her pregnant. And I already told y'all how that went for him. He got his butt played with. Child, Lord. Yeah, so read book 2, and in book 2, I think she ends book 1 with like the prologue for book 2, and she done drugged his butt, and he done did something to her, and she drugs him, and he is incapacitated. So that's it. That was Call Me Mrs. Taylor, baby. And what she taught us in this book was, if you want it, go and get it. If you want it, if you want it, if you want it. If you want it, if you want it, if you want it. No, but I think women do have a better success rate with finding a partner when they are the aggressor. She was giving me a sprinkle, a younger version of Sprinkle when she was doing her TikTok lives and like telling you how you should do men and how they dumb and you gotta tell them what to do and trick them and all that. She was giving Sprinkle. Manifested. Yes, honey. She manifested that man, baby. She flipped it and reversed it and got his ass, baby. She was Mrs. Taylor. And so there is a book 2 to that, and book 2 is Mr. and Mrs. Taylor. And I'm going to tell y'all, the name of this book lets you know that they are one and the same now. Mr. and Mrs. Taylor is book 2. So read that. I don't have a book for next week. I know, I saw that. And she said she would never marry again. Sprinkle husband just died. Yep, she said he was older. She would never marry again. And yes, I found that to be sad that her husband passed. But anyway, that is the book for tonight, guys. Read Call Me Mrs. Taylor by Shae Sanders. Read her whole catalog. And I said in the group last week, I think, that for Women's History Month, next month, let's make Crave our next book. And I think Crave is a series. It's like Crave by Shae Sanders. Okay. And it's two books, right? And this is a Why Choose. She got her 3 men, y'all. 3 men. This is one of the best Why Choose books I have ever read. Okay, hands down. And I cannot believe more women have not read this book. It's very empowering. Not that you want to sleep with multiple men or you want to have 4 men, but just the way that these men loved her, even though she was messing with 3 of them at the same time, in the same room, in the same bed. They still loved her down, baby. They loved her dirty drawers. So let's make that our next book. Next month is Women History Month. And let's start it off. Oh, we could talk about it next Tuesday. And we'll talk about books 1 and 2. Next, not next Tuesday. Let's not do next Tuesday. I'll put it for the week after that, just to give everybody some time to read both books. And we'll talk about both books. I may extend the podcast by like 30 minutes or something like that, because this book was so good. Oh my gosh, I can't even wait to read it again. Oh, and speaking of Why Choose, I am reading a BB Reed. Is that her name? It's called Say So. And this is the first female male book. So it's a Why Choose. Yeah, it's BB Reed. It's a Why Choose, but instead of a woman and multiple men, it is a woman and she has a girlfriend and a boyfriend. Freaked out, okay? Just call me freaked out. So that's what I'm reading right now. So we might read that too. Yeah, we might read that too. So yes, March we are reading Crave. March we are reading Crave book 1 and 2. So get started on that, and we will talk about it. We talked about this book years ago. So this gonna be a re-up, but a lot of people ain't read it, and it's a lot of new people in the group. So I'll be back to talk about that, guys. Love you. Thank you for joining me. It's the Black Girl Book Club podcast. The Black Girl Book Club podcast. Hey, and I'll see you guys again soon. Bye.